Hey friends, welcome back to Channel Surf with Jazz. If you're new here, I'm Jazz and I watch a shit ton of TV. And one of the shows that I've been watching is The Real Housewives of Potomac. I've been recapping it every week with fellow creators and some other Bravo celebrities. But today is a special day because we're not doing quite a recap, but we are going to be talking about one of the housewives, and that is Stacey Rush. And who better to do that than her best friend, AJ Johnson?
What's up, Jazz? Hi. First of all, I want to say thanks for giving me this opportunity because I
Of
never
course.
really get to share. So thanks. And I felt comfortable with sharing and opening up to you. And so see what we can figure out.
I
Yes.
know. I'm so excited to have you. And yes, thank you for saying yes. We're going to be talking about all things with your BFF because I need to know how you have been feeling about her reception with the audience and with the ladies. But before we get into Stacy, I want to talk about you because this isn't your first time on reality TV. You
Oh,
were
no,
on
no, no.
Chicago Licious. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what that experience was like?
That was a great experience. I love it. I just love reality television, period. Yeah, so they came to me in the mall and the Style Network / Bravo, NBC Universal. They came, said, we're trying to do a show. Your name keeps popping up. We like this AJ guy. Who is this AJ guy? He's a celebrity hairstylist, blah, blah, blah. So they reached out to me. I'm like, wait a minute. And I was low key trying to do my own show anyway with my team. But when they called me, I'm like, oh my God. So that was a blessing. Make a long story short, we landed the show. We were on for 2 seasons. Very successful show. So we did really, really well. They sold the network, the Style Network.
Mhm.
So that's what happened with that. I did Millionaire Matchmaker too. I was on a couple of Atlanta Housewives. Yeah, only because I know them and I want to get a
Mhm.
feel who I want to be with or what I want to do if I'm going to deal with this housewife franchise. Let's get
Mhm.
it. So when I found out my best friend ever in the world was going to be one, I'm like, oh, we about to get it cracking. So
I know
that's
that was super exciting. When you were on Millionaire Matchmaker, were you one of the millionaires? Or
yeah,
you're
I
trying to
was a
match it?
millionaire at that time. Yeah, I was a millionaire
Yes.
at that time, and they was trying to find me somebody.
I love
Yeah.
Patty Stanger.
No,
She
I
is
love
so
Patty. And
fun.
Patty loved me too. And
Yeah.
we tried to do some things because I'm in that reality world. So I was
Yep.
dealing with a couple people, pitching shows and doing all that. But I'm good now. So let's just see what happens from here. That's it.
Yeah, let's see because look, the audience loves you. I loved seeing in the first couple episodes the audience reception to you because they were actually comparing your presence on the show to Dwight and
Right.
the
Yeah. The
men
real, yeah.
from Real
No.
Housewives of Atlanta,
No, I
and they
love
were just
that. I love that.
yeah,
It's what
I
I
like
didn't
that.
want to come off, and that's why I don't want to. Like, I'm like, I'm not getting no messy woman stuff,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that's why I be like, okay, can we find a solution? I'm like, it's got to be something else we can talk about. What
Yeah.
is it? So I try to chill and be supportive for my girl and just lay back in the cut. But sometimes I'm like, this is annoying. And I love all the ladies too. That's the whole damn thing. I like them
Mhm.
all. Like I get
Okay.
along with all of them. They so sweet. We cool. We kick it. And Stacey like, no, I'm your friend.
So
So that's
you
what I'm
do
saying.
like the ladies, like even Ashley,
I
even
do.
Giselle, the people that have the biggest problems with Stacey, you're okay with them.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I wish we all could get along, and that's what
Yeah.
I just think. And I just think that's going to happen. I don't know about with the Giselle thing because Giselle don't play, and I'm not I mean, I don't really run with Giselle like that. But
Mhm.
Ashley, I adore. I just love Ashley.
Okay.
Even Tia. Even if you look and you see me, and if they show, I hug the lady. Like I'll be like,
Mhm.
"Hey, what's up?" Because I like them. We have fun. And then I'm like, "Oh shit, here they go about to have a scene." I'm like, "Well, that ain't got nothing to do with me." So I
Yeah.
still communicate with them like on social media, text or whatever. Angel. I like all of them. They all cool with me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good to hear. So
yeah.
the
But
fandom loves Stacey and even Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen said she
Andy,
is
no,
the
I know
best
he loves Stacey.
addition
I've seen him. I've
to the
been in
franchise.
a certain
Yeah.
time, but he loves her. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, he
It's
loves her so
I'm
much.
like, girl, you good. You good.
Exactly. That's great. So he said that she is his favorite new addition, and her QVC clips have been going viral lately. Now, Stacey's so funny in those clips. I love my favorite is like talk about length, talk about
Let's talk about lane.
drama.
Talk about drama.
I
Yeah.
love that. Was she trying to be so funny and when she was on QVC, or
But
is that her
she's
natural
always been
personality?
that way. She just naturally kind of like corks. Like she's always been the tallest girl in the room.
Yeah.
Always be really pretty, but kind of like awkward. That's why people like, oh, she's so stiff because she probably used to, lean over.
Yeah.
She's so freaking tall, but
How tall
strikingly
is she?
funny. She's 6 feet. She all proper and polished. She's a mother and all
Mhm.
that. But me, she's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. She's from Detroit. We hung out in Detroit together. We hung out in Chicago together. She's been a pretty girl all her life. So I'm sure
Mhm.
these ain't the first bullies that got with her.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Why do you think the ladies have such a problem with her? Like, why don't they like her?
Well, well, Wendy does like her, and
Sure.
Wendy does like her. Jassy liked her.
Mm-hmm.
When they all came in the beginning, they all liked her. I don't even know. Now, I guess they're on this whole new thing that I guess started in season 9, accountability or something.
Right, because of the
Now they want
TJ
to wait for
TJ
season 9.
thing.
Everybody want to be. You have to be accountable. That's what Giselle said. I was like, okay. But then Stacy, I'm like, give them the receipts. Who cares? She's very.
Okay.
I'm like, you can't be private and be on a show like this and hang out
Mm-hmm.
with the girls like this. So that's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, and you have to be very careful with the words you say because they're gonna twist it around. They already think you're gonna lie. You're
Mm-hmm.
lying or whatever. So they looking for one little thing that she can slip up on. That's why they did the whole the breast thing. Now you know that was not true. Because now she's
No.
been on 20 episodes
Right.
right before. Nobody ever said that. Now you
Mm-hmm.
think I'm gonna have some pretty girl walking around with a hot ass breath?
With fake
Absolutely
breath.
not.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely not.
I was gonna ask you about that for sure. Cause what was her
Well, was
reaction to
but
that?
she's just going with the flow. But when people came to her, like, because that's one thing about Stacy is a magnet. All companies comment her, oh, then you should do a breath mint. I'm like, absolutely not. That is negative. We're not doing that. All money, not good money. Forget them. No,
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't want to be known for that. Like,
Right.
that's not how it is. And then
Yeah.
the other girl, Vivica, or what the stylist girl, going to talk about, she sent in a dress that was funky. Now that was also
Vivian.
no, Vivian, her. This is what I gotta say. I've been waiting since season 9 to say this. When we went and picked up the dresses from that girl, the bag was funky as it was smelling like a man. Like I couldn't even smell that damn bag. I was like, pull over. I'm gonna
Really?
take the dresses out and lay that bag on the back seat. I guess she reuses the bag or whatever like that. But I'm like, that was not
Gotcha.
because she didn't even have a dress on long. First of all, she didn't even wear the dress except for the little green thing she wore for the finale.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just dumb. So those are two things that we have to clear up. That's not. But I know they did that to Beyonce too and say her breath was stink. But that's something you can't really prove because how many people would be up close to her? So you can
Right.
definitely throw somebody on the bus and say that. But wrong, absolutely wrong.
So setting the record straight, Stacey's breath does not stink and the dress was not funky when she
Right.
picked it up. The
We
bag was
clean over
funky
here. We're
before.
clean
Okay.
over here. Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hashtag clean over here.
Clean and
Um,
fresh.
yeah, so fresh and so clean, okay?
Right. Right.
So Stacey, did she know what she was getting herself into? Because I have to tell you, people have said that Stacey kind of came around Potomac specifically to become a housewife. So was she actively wanting to get into, this madness that is the Real Housewives franchise, or was she recruited?
No, well, I know that she was like, I don't know her to like, and if she did share, like, oh, I want to be on one, she never shared that with me because
Okay.
I would have been all for it. Let's get on, let's do it. I
Yeah.
never did. No, she never shared, like, this is something I want to do. Like, even when
Okay.
on my reality show, I was trying to get her to come here and shoot with me, but she
Okay.
was, happy in love in Germany or wherever they were at that time. But I'm like, just come and do a scene, because you want
Mhm.
to come. So we never really did that. So I don't know that she was rushing, oh, I got to be on here, I got to be on
Right.
here. But me knowing my Stacey, how she is, she look at the cast that's on there, she see them. I could see her sitting back at home like, oh, if they're on there, I need to be on there. I can see her saying that. But she didn't even share that part with me. Because if she would, I would have been the advocate for let's get on there. I'm telling you, I'm like the reality show whore. I'm like, let's get on
Right.
there.
Yeah,
Get
you would have
yourself on it.
encouraged her. Okay,
Yes, yes.
gotcha.
But I know
So
she's happy doing it, and that's why people are like they throw her on the bed like, oh, you in bunk beds, oh, you don't get a name on your roll. She's
right.
bringing. I'm like,
She's
that don't
rolling
matter
with
to me.
it.
That don't
Mhm.
that's pretty girl stuff. That ain't nothing.
That's what we love about her as
Right.
fans or watching her, and it's like
Mhm.
they're kind of trying to do everything to throw her off her
And then you
square.
can't break
She's
her. She's
laughing it
resilient.
off
She is. You
every
can't break
time.
her.
Yeah, she's
You can't
not
break
taking
her.
it too
And I
seriously
know
at
that
all.
for a fact because Stacy and you really the real show would be Stacy and I arguing because I'm a Pisces, she's an Aries. We be going at it. She do not
Yeah.
listen to me. Everybody listen to me mostly. Eventually, Stacy be like, no, I have my own idea. I know what I'm like. Oh, okay, so we be going to
Yeah.
that. As far as her looks and all that, oh, we go at it all the time.
I
All the
I
time.
love that. So
Yeah.
in this episode that just aired, episode 10, season 10, in the beginning, Giselle is talking to Wendy and they're at the car dealership and she calls Stacy a big fat liar and says Stacy is sneaky. What are your thoughts when you see Giselle or anybody on the show calling Stacy a liar? Is Stacy a liar?
No, that's just that story has gone and sailed. I don't want to hear
Mhm.
that anymore. I don't want
Mhm.
anymore. When they do call her liar, she proved herself right. The Chris guy said no. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what you're talking about. The TJ person, we just never need to talk about him. That's just something you don't ever have to mention his name to me. I don't
Yeah.
say nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. The Chimo, who's her husband, they did get divorced. That is very, very true. They did reconcile, get back together.
Reconcile. Uh-huh.
So that is true. And then the other thing with the Chris Samuel things and Stacey, they are friends. I know Chris. Chris is great. I know him. That is doesn't
Mm-hmm.
that's not that nothing. And Chris know all the damn housewives to me.
Yeah.
And that big cookie monster lady who was coming at Stacy, oh my God. And you see, that was the Stacy y'all was really about to see. She's
Yeah.
let me go over here and handle this. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
When she was
because she was just
pointing,
fed up.
pointing
And
at
what
her.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she went to my with your funky ass. I'm like, okay, look at the screen and see who looked like the funky one in this end. Just turn the volume off and somebody put the word thing. I'm like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. Let me ask you about Shio and when Wendy said that Stacy was copying Happy Eddie. Do you think so? I think here's what I think. Stacy very well may have been inspired by Happy Eddie. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say, but like when I told you earlier, a lot of people come to Stacy with
With
things. Everybody
ideas.
come to
Yeah.
her. Like I see her, the information, the emails, and the DM. Everybody
Sure.
comes to her. They present everything to her. So
Right.
sometimes we look at it, sometimes we don't. Sometimes she just bring it to me. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. You're not doing that.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. So things do come to her. So
So
that's
this
true.
was presented to her more as
Yeah,
something
more.
to do.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Gotcha. Why didn't she just say that at the reunion when they said something? Was the partnership not in place at that time? Could she
Right,
just not talk
exactly,
about it? Okay.
exactly. Because it probably one of the people that came through. So they
Sure.
said it. I'm like, oh, we don't need to do that. I mean, we can sell some weed, but I don't know about no gun. That's probably what I said.
Right.
But
Right.
then when Giselle brought it up again, and Stacey be like, oh, because she is one of those kind of smart airs. Oh,
Hmm.
that might be a good idea. So maybe I should do it. So she probably did circle back to some of the people, and it happened real quick because it
Yeah.
really did. It
Yeah.
happened very quick. Yeah.
It did. In that scene when they were showing us Shio, they said that they were able to get the brand together in 90 days.
They did, and it's
So
the
that is
bomb
pretty
too.
quick.
Like the
Yeah.
fruit is so it tastes like real fruit roll-ups. I was
Oh,
popping them
nice.
things like
I
candy.
don't
I'm like, wait a
partake
minute,
in
maybe I should be
cannabis,
doing that.
but
Right.
I'm sure it tastes good.
No, they the bomb. They're for sure. For
That's
sure.
good. That's good. So we all were laughing at the scene when you were sitting down with Stacy and she's telling you about all the drama and you're like, y'all old asses need to stop. Need to stop it. What was going through your mind in that moment? And what was like so frustrating about hearing Stacy recount that?
Because it's just been an ongoing thing. Like, I'm
Mhm.
like, you're not gonna spend this whole friendship group and this whole time proving yourself to people. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
stuff that really doesn't matter to them. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. It
Yeah.
don't, it don't matter. So
Yeah.
it's got to be something else that you all have to have in common or whatever like that. But I do like the idea that her and Wendy's are getting close.
Mhm.
Because I wasn't feeling Wendy at first. When we came back from New York, I wasn't feeling her or Eddie, at that time.
Right.
But I love them both now.
You weren't feeling Wendy and Eddie because of them bringing up the
Yeah,
TJ.
yeah, because of that
Yeah.
part, right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
of that part.
And I mentioned earlier, Stacey typically lets things roll off her back. She usually laughs it off, but we see you telling her like you need to be a little spicier essentially. Is there a spicy side to Stacey that we've just never seen? Does she get angry? Can she get
Yeah,
angry?
I've seen her get angry,
Mhm.
but it's been a while though. Like it's been a
Okay.
while, and that's why when I made the comment when we were at the restaurant, I'm like, I've seen you do this before, so don't be acting like you don't know how to check somebody
Right.
when you give up. But it does take a lot to build up,
Yeah.
because she'll be like, especially now, her being Arabella's mother and
Mhm.
Timo, like they're the best parents ever. Like when I go up, I can't even. She'd be like, "Can you turn that down? They're swearing." I'm like, "What the hell? Just turn that down. They're swearing." I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Okay. So yeah, so
She's very
that
prim
is
and
that kind of
proper.
family. And I love how they are with her. And that's
Mhm.
like she's my favorite little niece. Like I love her, we kick it, but I'm like, we can go and do some fun stuff. They are so strict. Oh, she can't do that, like that.
So going back to Shio, later on in episode 10, we see her have the launch party for Shio, and you were there. And she says, or she talks about the fact that she isn't the owner of Shio, it's a partnership. Now, you already cleared that up. You said a lot of people come to Stacy with partnership
Right.
ideas. Do you think the women are going to try to weaponize that against her, that they're gonna assume that she's claiming that she's an owner, and then when they hear
Oh
that she's
no,
a
but
partner,
she don't play when it comes to that. No,
okay.
Stacey will put her name on me. She'll brand me, be like, he's my hairdresser. No, she don't play when it comes to that. So no,
Yeah.
it's definitely her line. She definitely was involved with all of it. Like
Okay.
going in the lab, having me sample all the pieces, which I'm good with
Right.
that. She's very, very thorough. And
Sure.
so is her husband, Timo. They are smart as fuck. They
Yeah.
good business people. They know what they're doing. Yes.
Now, let me ask you about Timo. So he was noticeably absent from the Shia launch party, just as a lot of the other ladies were, but he was traveling. Now, I want to transparently ask you this. Some people have said that her getting back with Timo, she's only using that for a storyline this season. Is that
Absolutely not.
okay?
Because he wouldn't be the storyline because we might not ever see him. So we would not get him to be the storyline, not
Yeah.
at all. No,
Yeah.
he doing what he had to do, doing the time we do see him, and that's out of love for her. For real, he like,
Mhm.
I'm doing this for you. I don't want to see this. He won't watch nothing. He don't care nothing about nothing. Somebody see if that's him in the airport, he probably look at them like, I don't know what you're talking about. Period. He don't care about anything about that at all.
Yeah.
No, at
Yeah.
all. Zero.
Okay.
Don't
Thank you
want.
for
No,
clearing that
not at
up.
all. No, he's doing it only for her.
So also at the Shia launch party, Ashley and Stacey, they get into it. Now, I know this is supposed to be like a serious like moment of conflict. I was cracking up though, and they're like, stop lying. Stop being
That was
evil.
good. Yeah, yeah, it was good.
That was super hilarious. Why? Okay, I know you like Ashley, but
I
on
do.
the show, when like what we're seeing, it seems like Ashley in particular, outside of Giselle, has it out for Stacey. Why are these two just unable to get along on the show?
Even outside the show, because it's times that we've been in events, and I'm like, I'm about to walk Ashley to our car. Stacey's like, no, you're not. We're leaving. I'm like, damn, no, it's definitely like that. No, they really don't. And before, because the only reason I know Ashley well because they was cool in the beginning.
Right, they
So
were. That's
that's
why
why
I'm
I'm like, oh,
confused.
I like Ash.
But why do you think that is? What is the conflict between
I
them?
think because Ashley doing her damn job and cutting her down for every and questioning everything that she does. That has
Right.
nothing to do with her. Same thing with look Kay. Kay just jumping up because I don't know what her because they was definitely friends before. Kay
Right.
and Stacy were friends before, and Jackson. They were friends.
Hmm.
But I don't know why Kay just don't is not having it. To me, Kay is worse than Ashley.
I was gonna say, but with
And I
Kay,
like Kay. That's another one that I
I
like.
think Kay is maybe going through some other things, and that's
Yeah, that's what I
contributing to
think.
her
Yeah, I'm like, I don't
overall
know
attitude.
what's going on in her head. I don't know what it is, but Kay is definitely coming for Stacey real hard. Yeah,
She's coming.
but
She's
I
got a
can
chip on her
say
shoulder.
in New York, she was the main one. About I knew it when they was talking about bring Eddie out. She's like, I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, what does she want something to be wrong with Stacey when they were all supposed to be friends and
Yeah.
girlfriends and friend
Hmm.
group or whatever they call themselves?
Yeah, you can't do that to somebody that's supposed to be your friend. Yeah,
Right? Who would do that to your
Kay's
friend?
interesting. Yeah, she's an interesting case this season. She's certainly getting a lot of flack from the audience. They're not really feeling her that much because she just seems very upset and like she's looking for stuff. And Stacey did say, do you guys think she asked Wendy and Jazzy, do you guys think that Kay is trying to have moments with me specifically? Do you think that Kay is trying to create these moments with Stacey?
But I really hope not, because they're not going over well. So if she's doing it, she needs to take some more lessons because it's not going over well. So I'm sure it's probably for real. I could barely remember Stacey even saying anything about Kay, even positive or negative.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I don't maybe my brown girl group or something like that, but they were cool in the beginning. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I don't know what is that Kay has with Stacey that she really was coming in at her. I'm like, but it never stuck because Stacey, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She's been
yeah,
paying it every time with Kay. So
yeah.
at the end of the episode, though, we do see Stacey in that fiery side come out because she is trying to light Tia up when she's asking her to leave her event. How much worse was that argument in person
That was
versus
really,
what we
really,
saw?
that was really bad. First
Yeah.
of all, because you see earlier, I was like, okay, stand up to the girl. I mean, Tia was not the one I was really talking
Yeah.
about. Like, you were like, she the weakest link. Don't get her little self. And I like Tia, like
Yeah,
I
I like
like
Tia too.
Ashley too. But if
Hmm.
you was gonna check somebody, it should have been Ashley. But I guess since they did the whole thing, no more lying, no more, so they made
Yeah.
peace. So that was Ashley might have been checked off the list. And then we
Hmm.
got to the back to our private room than Tia. And Tia was really trying to say something, whatever she was trying to say. You told me, I'm like, I don't know. But Stacey was not hearing it, didn't want her to talk, and that was it.
Let's play a game. Are you down for a game?
I'm good as long as
Okay.
I win.
Yes, you cannot lose this game. It's an easy game. I'm gonna say a lady's name, and you tell me the first word that comes to your mind when you think of this lady. It's
Okay, if
gonna
you
be the
get me, if
cat.
you get me in a bad situation, I'm gonna act like my camera froze, and I'm gonna do like this. Okay, but let's go.
It's super easy. Just literally, I'm gonna say a name, and you give me the first word that comes to
Okay,
mind. So, Giselle,
the grand one, the grand one,
the grand one.
Mhm.
Ashley.
The fun one.
Okay, so you're gonna describe them and not
Yeah,
just give
what
one
I
word.
get from
Okay,
them and what I get from them when I see them. Yeah, that's what.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, Kay.
the most stylish one.
She does have the
She
looks. She
wear
does
all the
look good.
pieces. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
only thing is she's a little short, so that the pieces end up wearing her sometimes. But she got all the pieces. As
Yeah.
every time, all the pieces, best dress on that whole show, period.
Angel.
Oh, I love Angel. I know, and Angel and I have a little
Hmm.
bit of relationship when she was in Chicago for a minute, but I really do love her.
Okay.
But too sweet, too sweet. That's what I would say.
Is that okay? Let's pause the game real quick about Angel because I didn't know you guys had a good relationship. So,
Yeah.
her reception this season has not been good. So, you think she's just too sweet for the show and that's
Yeah,
why?
I think I think she's just too sweet for the show. She
Okay.
should probably be the friend. I don't want. She don't need to be no blue. It's too much for that.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's too much for
Yeah.
her. And
I
she's so
understand.
nice, and
Mhm,
she's
mhm.
pretty, sweet, and had a real family. And I'm like, get off of her. And then when she comfort people, I'm like, she intellectual. They be like, huh? What you let them happen? They got to go look the damn word up. That probably won't work.
Exactly. That's why the read kind of fell a little flat.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Tia.
I really do like Tia. I think her family is a beautiful looking family. I like that her husband from Chicago, but I don't know that dude. I don't know him. But I do like them as a whole package. As a
Hmm.
whole package. She cool. I think Tia and Stacy probably will end up being friends again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wendy.
Okay, Wendy, like I said, I was not feeling Wendy from season 9. From the Bring Eddie Out thing, that was it. I'm like, if that's your girl, she should have gave you a heads up. Like, this dude about to come out here and sabotage your ass. They all found too much amusement in doing that. So
Hmm.
that part was like, oh, that was it. So I was like, okay, I want to go back there and let Eddie and Wendy, I want to let them have it. But then over time, and we got over that, and we hung out with Wendy and Eddie, not as much, but me and Wendy and Stacy, they hang out. So now I definitely have a lot of love for Wendy. I like Wendy. I like her and Stacy's relationship, even though this is what I don't like. And I'm gonna say this: I don't like that Wendy and Ashley think that Stacy is mocking them when Stacy was the one who
Copying them.
they all
Hmm.
had baby hair, slick down tight wig. Everybody got bust down center part, straight long flowing hair. I'm like, if anything, I think y'all all turned to look more like her. That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
Look at
Uh-huh.
it. Look at it close. You look at how they gradually get. Now, I definitely say Wendy do wear the pieces though. Okay. And then she said the thing about Chanel. She was the stylist. We love Chanel. She's the stylist for when they did the reunion. She helped
Right.
all the girls with all the beautiful white dresses. It's not like she took her stylist to be like her. We just like the stylist, and she worked with all the girls, but we cuffed her for ourselves. That's how it is.
Gotcha. And then what about Jazzy?
Love Jasky. I do. Yeah, she the realest one on that fucking show for real. She is way too real. She's so real, like we might have to put her on another show. That's how real she can get. But I love her.
Now, have you met Monique yet?
No, I haven't, but I've
Okay.
always used to love Monique. I always
Okay.
used to like her. Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely like Monique. I think she looks beautiful.
And what about the Grand Dame? How do you feel about Karen?
Okay,
No, she's
so
not on this season, but
no, she's not on the season, but I did interact with her
hmm
briefly in season 9, but not a
hmm
lot because we had different time. Like when
right.
they all shot together, her and Stacy was fighting, so I didn't really interact with her. But she was always respectful. She was always really nice. She would always say hi. We would always compliment her when she looked good. Her body was tight. She was having cute. I was like compliment like that. But that's
Yeah.
it. But she's always been very sweet, very kind, not messy at all.
So, if you had to describe Stacy's personality, how would you describe it? And is there anything that we as an audience still don't know about her?
I think it's a lot you all don't know about her. I think it's a lot, and I don't even know if I could say it. I think
Okay.
you'll just probably have to see it and read her. Because what
Hmm.
you see is really what you get. She's not that good of an actress, trust me. Yeah, like
Yeah.
she's not. Like even when she let the lady Tia have it, who says "and toodle do" after you can kick somebody out the room? I'm like, bitch, kick me out of here. Like, she's in toodle do. I'm like, who is this? This is not
She's
Bella.
a comedian. She's a
Right, but she don't. But
comedian.
that's just how it rolls off. She don't even
Right.
try to be funny. Cause she's
Yeah.
not, yeah, she's not. She don't try to be funny. She just says quirky stuff that doesn't even. I'm like, that is not a read. That's it. Like, she's definitely quirky. What you see is what you get, but she is real caring. Now, sometimes this is what I think. She'd be like, "Oh, they are so sweet. They just love me." Like that girl, Clarissa. No, Sharice. The one Sharice. I said, "Stop fucking
Right.
going out with that lady. You do not need to go out with her." And as soon as she saw last week, she told me, "Oh, you was out trying to pick up some other man and saying something." But she's like,
Right.
"No, she's so cool. Wait till you see her. She looks great." I'm like, "It's just about, I don't care how good she looks. That doesn't matter. That's not somebody you should be rolling with because you don't know her."
So before I let you go, if you want to tell my people where they can find you and follow you, if you would like them to.
Yes. Okay. So I am AJ Johnson on IG. Should know. I don't know. Just Google AJ Johnson Chicago. I'm sure the stuff will fall up. I don't know. I'm not told you. I'm like, I told you I didn't even know how to put this shit together. I'm like, this is it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with me today,
No, it was
AJ.
a
It's been a
pleasure. It was
pleasure.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into my chat with AJ. He came here to clear some things up about his bestie. Notably, her breath does not stink. Okay. She is not a compulsive liar. And her relationship with Timo is 100% real. So, all of you naysayers can suck it. But come back next week where I'll be recapping the next episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.